Okay, hi everyone. So I haven't made a video in a while, well, like a few days. It's because I've been working on this OpenGL stuff, so I can make my own video games. Even though I really despise everything that is these languages and these designs. I mean, this is horrendous. They could actually make this far, far simpler. I'm sure of it. And if they couldn't, they could have innovated a way to do it. So yeah, so I'm just sort of having to get through this. I've done this through this. I've got through this whole shader loading thing before. I've even got to the point of actually having a user interface in the native UI and also putting 3D models on the screen, but not with my own model loader. I had to use someone else's that I copied and spent 15 days trying to figure out. Nowadays, I could probably figure it out very somewhat quickly. It's just the when you're trying to use it, nothing is logical. So and I don't understand why that is. I don't think that's necessary or needed whatsoever. But people seem to not care enough to say anything about that, which I find really annoying. Or if they are saying stuff, then obviously no one's just figuring out solutions and probably doesn't even care. I mean, this should you'd think that doing stuff like this, size of what was it now, frag file contents to get the count would be good enough, and then to get the length you would do, even though I wouldn't have known this unless I found it out on a video. This So basically what happens is you've got char is like a number in a sense when you do it like that, so it's just a number of how many bytes or bits, or I think it's bytes, is in a char, and I think it's 1 or yeah, so there's 1 times 256 bytes in this char array, which is in the memory stack of the computer, which is I think in RAM. And now you'd think that would work, and then you go to compile it and you get access violations and stuff, and it's like, what? So then I assume that it's maybe because of this, but I'm not sure. We'll find out in a minute. And close this. Okay, no, so it's definitely in that code. And then you get these retarded, and I mean retarded errors. Exception thrown at this in the DLL, which is obviously in the NVIDIA graphics, NVIDIA GL video driver DLL or something, I don't know. So that's like, okay, so I'm getting an access violation in that particular DLL. I don't know. See, it doesn't even make sense to me. And I could probably go research it, which I might eventually do in the end, but why should I have to do all that? Why is this not so simple? I don't understand. So yeah, so I found out that it only compiles if I do something like this, and that doesn't make any kind of sense to me, which is fine, but at the same time, see, now it compiles and it's like, well, then did it even compile? So then you think, okay, well then I need to figure out if it's compiled, so you go and compile it, then you go to do this, so you go and compile the shader, then you get the shader info, and I don't know why this even has a V there, makes no fucking sense to me. Frag shader GL status, frag shader command status, and then you print out it in. So basically this is the shader handler, so here's the handler for the whole shader, for the frag shader, and then you have the status of the shader, and then you have the actual char array or buffer that you store the data in, and then you go and print it out, and then you get this. It's like, what? Yeah, you get these garbage little symbols, and it's like, what the hell is this? I mean, I know that's a char array. I know I've nullified it, I guess that's nullifying it, right? I don't think, it doesn't say anywhere that it has to be nullified. It says, specifically, even in the book, the 8th edition, it's like, what is this? And then, so I've printed it, and I'm getting garbage, so it's like, well, then has it compiled? My mind says no, but there's some kind of like underlying crap that's going on, some underlying pipeline of information that's going on that's not making any sense to me. I mean, I don't really understand it. I don't get why these errors even happen. I mean, I set the buffer to 0, I've given it a size. Is the size big enough? What? What is it? What is the problem? Okay, I'll make it bigger then. If this works, I'll be fine. I'll just shows. I think that's fine though. But you know what? Just to try it out, I'll give these all 500. And let's see if that works. And it's still saying bullshit, so it's obviously not that. But I'm going to keep it like that just in case, just to make sure. So it's just really confusing. But if I can get past this, then this is the hardest stuff. I'm even using C, and it says it wants char arrays, and I'm giving it char arrays. I mean, how many fucking ways do I have to put it in there? Okay, I didn't get access violation there, so that's interesting. So maybe it's something to do with this. I don't know. The GL size li count. The string. No, wait, sorry. String is an array of count. So count is that variable here, the one I've got highlighted. And so how many strings are in there? Well, I want to know how many strings are in there, but I don't know how to get them out of there, per se. So now I need to figure out how to get them out of there. But then it's not going to be in the right format, or it needs to be in integer, doesn't it? Well, anyways, I'll stop the video there, and yeah, I will be making more videos on all kinds of things. I'm not really just stuck on one thing. I'm always doing different things at different times. So, yeah, and I'm still trying to get that green screen, although I don't know if it's going to be soon, so it might be a long time before I get a green screen, because I need to sort out my life and get stuff done, like getting electrolysis and things, so I can get rid of all my hair on my face and my areas down below, because I don't want that either forever. So thank you for watching. Bye. Oh, please comment, subscribe, and donate. Well, there's no donation button yet, but there might be eventually, but not yet, and it will be entirely free otherwise.